Happy New Year, everyone. 2022 is going to be an amazing year for all of us. The PulseX Sacrifice phase officially began a few days ago, and there's already over $300 million sacrificed, which is just amazing to see. This is a great opportunity to get in pre-launch on another Richard Hart project with massive potential.
You could have bought Hex January 5th of last year, sold it on a double, 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 or sold it on a double again. And then just be sitting risk-free with all of your extra profit.
With all of the amazing opportunities ahead on the PulseChain network, I know many of us have been game planning and figuring out the best strategy to maximize our gains. That is exactly what we'll get into in today's video, along with a roadmap to help us make the best decisions in this up-and-coming ecosystem. But first, welcome back to Pulse Gains. I'm Taylor. Please do me a quick favor, hit the like and subscribe button. I would love to get us to the 10,000 subscriber mark. I know we're a little ways away from that, but I think we can do it. Also, please let me know if you are planning on sacrificing for PulseX. If you've sacrificed already, let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. I'm very curious to hear where the community is at on all of this. First, let's start with where we are with the PulseX sacrifice phase. So as you can see, there is around $300 million sacrificed already, which is incredible. The majority in Hex, and we are just getting started. Of course, the best sacrifice rate is before January 10th, so definitely keep that in mind. We also see that the God Whale has officially sacrificed. He sacrificed 7777 Ethereum. Now, this is the equivalent of over $29 million. This is $10 million more than what he sacrificed for Pulse, which I was really surprised to see. I don't know if the significance here is the dollar amount more than Pulse, or if it was the numerology of sevens. I think it has a bit more to do with the numerology, but I could totally be wrong. Let me know what you guys think. Also, if you want to track the sacrifice, you can do so here. First off, before we get into the strategy, you have to ask yourself, do you understand crypto in general? Do you understand the need for decentralized finance and that our current system is really skewed with the Federal Reserve endlessly printing money? We now have a fiat currency. We know that those don't last forever. You have to truly understand this to understand the necessity of DeFi and crypto in general and the need for a parallel financial system. That is really the foundation here. If you don't, I highly recommend The Creature from Jekyll Island. It's a fantastic book. I'll be doing a video on it soon. If that's something you guys would like to see, let me know. And it has a lot of information on this. Here's a quick list of all of the projects in the PulseChain ecosystem that we are currently considering. Let's start with Hex. So the key to investing is understanding. So ask yourself, do I understand Hex? Do I understand the tokenomics of Hex that make it the best store of value crypto out there? Do I understand how T-shares work? Do I understand how staking works? There's definitely a little bit of a learning curve to this. I will do my best to put out videos in the future to simplify this, but the community already has fantastic videos out already, so I highly recommend checking those out and hex.com if you answered no to any of these questions. For me, Hex is the foundation of my crypto portfolio and philosophy. I'm always adding more to my portfolio, especially on the dips, and it is a very long-term strategy for me. Of course, I have the majority of mine staked. Now, if you don't believe you have enough exposure to Hex at the moment, I think now is a great time to pick up more. We don't know if the snapshot has happened, so there's a potential to get double your Hex now on the PulseChain network. So for me, it is really just a no-brainer. Either way, I see a future where eHex is still very valuable, and I believe it could even be more stable since the fees are so high on Ethereum. Next, we have PHEX or Hex on the PulseChain network. PHEX is a very different kind of beast. Once PulseChain launches, I believe this specific pair, meaning eHex and PHEX, will be the most interesting to look at and the fastest to reach parity, meaning the same value on both networks. Now, because it is launching with the most thriving community in all of crypto, I believe PHEX has the potential to break every record. The fastest to 100x, to 500x, to 1000x. The potential here is truly endless, and for sure, PHEX is going to explode. Short term, in my opinion, I believe PHEX is going to be more valuable than eHex because of the lower fees and lower barrier to entry than on Ethereum. But long term, I think Hex on both networks is going to be very valuable. Now, personally, I am super excited to see what eHex does in terms of momentum, in terms of publicity, and bringing down all of those gatekeepers. Their tenacity truly amazes me, but I think eHex will be a different story. All right, now we have Pulse PLS, the native coin on PulseChain. So ask yourself this: did I sacrifice for Pulse back in July? If you did, fantastic. If not, then I highly recommend you understand the importance of networks. I talk about this in my game theory video, which I will link right here. But out of the top projects, the majority of them in crypto are networks like ADA, Solana, Polkadot, Ethereum, the list goes on. Also, I did a price prediction video for Pulse. I will link that as well right here. But basically what I said is most of the sacrificers, we paid around 0.00006 per Pulse coin. And I believe it is very reasonable to have a 20x launch from that price, meaning the launch price would be around 0.0012. Of course, this is just a guess of mine. I truly don't know where it is going to launch at. But for me, I want to increase my Pulse bags, and I will be looking for buy opportunities right around that price. I think it's a great entry point, and I am always going to be looking to increase my Pulse bags. Also, because the fees are so much lower on Pulse, being in a fraction of a penny often, I will be doing a lot more bite-sized, smaller transactions buying Pulse. It's now absolutely feasible. Of course, on Ethereum, this just wasn't the case. Also, I did a Twitter poll this week asking you guys if you were going to be sacrificing more for PulseX than you did for Pulse, which you would be holding bigger bags in, and I was really surprised to see the results. Almost 400 people responded, and you guys said it was about a 50-50 split. 50% would be holding bigger Pulse, around 50% bigger PulseX. I believe PulseX won by a couple percentage points, which again was really surprising to me. I will personally be holding bigger Pulse bags for the time being. I'm curious to hear about you guys. Let me know below. Are you going to be sacrificing more for PulseX than you did for Pulse? I would love to hear. Now on to PulseX. The sacrifice phase for PulseX is officially opened, and for the best rate, I will be sacrificing before January 10th. PulseX is the main decentralized exchange on PulseChain, with the majority of the liquidity will be there. PulseX is deflationary, and the most exciting feature is the buyback mechanism. If you didn't sacrifice for PulseChain, I would look into PulseX more because I think it is a great opportunity, and almost any Richard Heart project pre-launch is a no-brainer for me. PulseX truly has the potential to be the biggest DEX ever. I am sacrificing a lot more than I had originally planned. I believe it can be the biggest decentralized exchange, of course, on the world's fastest growing network, so it is a great opportunity in my eyes. Next, we have the existing ERC20 copies on the PulseChain network. This is another first time ever. This has never happened before. We have a full system state fork with the world's largest airdrop, along with the best community in crypto, all merging into one. So it is really hard to try to predict what is going to happen here. We really don't know. But there will be thousands of projects copied over to PulseChain, and their free copied versions are going to have their own value backed by the original token in liquidity pools. So will some of the tokens reach parity? Who knows? I believe some will. And also, at what price will they launch at? How will their communities respond? How will the developers respond? No one really knows. Again, a lot of unknown variables here, but I think for sure there are going to be countless opportunities to make a lot of money with these tokens. There's possibly going to be tens, if not hundreds of millions flowing from Ethereum to PulseChain. And I personally am going to do my best over the next few months to reach out to these teams, see if they will be planning on developing on PulseChain. I'll let you guys know if I get any information on that. It's really important to keep updating our strategy in real time with the best information we have. Lastly, we have all of the new projects that will launch on the PulseChain network after it goes live. I've been contacted by about half a dozen or so of these projects that are coming out. I'm really excited to learn more about them and vet them together as a community so we can really maximize our gains. It is really important that we stick together on this and share as much information as we can, because no other community is like ours, and I think it's just really important and invaluable for everyone involved. If there are any specific projects you'd like me to look into, leave them in the comments below. I'll do my best to get around to that and to hopefully talk to the development teams. I will, again, give you as much information as I have on these projects. Also, don't forget, this is the year we put everything on the map. The entire ecosystem has so much potential, so much momentum. We're already over 60,000 members in the Telegram group. When I joined, it was around 15,000, somewhere around there. So it's really great to see it grow by the day. And with fantastic projects to launch on PulseChain, with PulseX, with Pulse, with Hex, without all of these insane fees, there's so much opportunity for the entire community. The main thing here is to have a game plan, have a strategy, and be updating it in real time with the best information that you have. I, again, will be putting out as much as I can on this channel for all of us. So remember to subscribe. Also, as a reminder, follow me on Twitter at PulseGains, and we have until January 10th to get the best rate for the PulseX Sacrifice. I will absolutely be sacrificing before then. I can't wait. I wish you all Happy New Year. I will leave today's video right there. Thank you so much for watching, and take care. Hey guys, if you like that video, make sure you check the PulseChain price prediction video out next. Also, make sure to check the description below if you have questions on how to sacrifice, where to sacrifice. I will leave videos from the community linked down there, as well as other important information. Also, as a reminder, this is not financial advice. I will see you guys next time.